A sitting senator is suing the federal government today in this latest escalation in the fight over Mark Kelly's military rank. Remember this? Senator Kelly, Democrat from Arizona. He's a vet. He filed suit today against the man on the right side of your screen, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and the Pentagon, saying that Hegseth's move to demote his military retirement rank is unlawful and unconstitutional. And in fact, in just the last few minutes, Senator Kelly was on the Senate floor. Let's listen to this together.
Pete Hegseth is now coming after what I earned through my 25 years of military service in violation of my rights as an American and as a retired veteran and as a United States Senator. He doesn't like what I said. And so he is trying to censure and demote me.
So what did Senator Kelly say? Remember, Hegseth has said the Pentagon was taking steps to downgrade Kelly's rank and pay over what he described as seditious statements, referencing the video Kelly made with some other lawmakers with that message aimed at members of the military. Watch this.
You can refuse illegal orders.
So I think we lost the audio there, but you hear a number of these members of Congress saying, you don't have to carry out orders that violate the Constitution. The Pentagon was upset about this. They haven't responded to our request for comment on the lawsuit. Let me bring in Melanie Zanona, who's covering this for us. Okay, so a sitting senator suing the executive branch here. How does that work procedurally? It's pretty rare. It's obviously an escalation in this whole fight between Kelly and the Pentagon.
Yeah, dramatic escalation. What Kelly is asking here is the court to step in and block that review from taking place. So essentially preventing any punishment from being carried out. And what the lawsuit argues is that this not only violates Kelly's First Amendment rights as an American citizen, but also prevents him from doing his job as a member of Congress, which could have a chilling effect on legislative oversight. Because under the Constitution, members of Congress are supposed to be protected by what's known as the Speech and Debate Clause, which shields them from any civil or criminal efforts if they are doing things in their course of their normal legislative duties. Just listen to our Angela Sinadella talk about this.
This senator is also alleging that this censure that he has been given violates the separation of powers, that if the executive branch tries to punish a member of the legislative branch for speaking freely in political discourse, then that could cause a major problem with one of our biggest constitutional tenets.
Now, Kelly, you asked how rare this is. Well, at least according to Kelly and his lawyers, a sitting member of Congress has never been subjected to military punishment based solely on something they said in their speech. So we appear to be in uncharted territory. And also a reminder, the FBI also did open an investigation to those other Democrats who also made those statements on video with Mark Kelly. So there are multiple fronts from the administration to go after these Democratic lawmakers.
Melanie Zanona, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.